Hi all, welcome to another Dave Downey fly tying video production. Here I'll be sharing my favourite flies and methods of tying them to make catching fish better for you guys around the world and tying these flies easier with my styles and my techniques. All the flies that I'm going to tie I personally use and they're all in my box. They're there to catch fish, not just the angler, and at the end of each video there'll be a wee list of materials just in case you miss it during the video, and a link to my online shop where you can purchase these flies and materials to tie these killer patterns. So I hope you all enjoy the video, especially with this terrible weather and these storms that we've got in Scotland just now, England and Wales and Ireland. We're all kind of stuck indoors, so I'm going to tie this fly. I know it's for near the end of the year, but it does work all year. So I hope you enjoy it. I hope you're subscribing to the channel, and I hope you're getting your pals to subscribe as well. So what we're going to tie today is a detached dry fly, but it's going to be a daddy longlegs. So what we're going to do, you can use foam for this fly, you can use different ways of doing it. I've got a needle in the vise. I'm going to be tying my detached body using deer hair. Right, so I'm going to show you how to do a detached body using deer hair. So we'll do the detached body first and then we'll actually tie the fly. With this I'm going to use a brown thread, and this is the sheer brown 14-0. You can use any brown thread, or you can use cinnamon, which is a more tanny coloured. We are going to use some pre-knotted legs. You can pre-knot them, you can do them yourself, you know, but sometimes it's just quicker just to do it with the pre-knotted ones. These are the Veniards ones. You can buy them on the quill, you can buy them off the quill. It's actually better value if you buy them on the quill. So we're going to use that. That's going to be our legs for the fly. When we're tying the fly, we are going to use a Czech Nymph size 12 grub hook. Reason being is it's going to be detached, so we want the body sticking up the way. We're going to use a nice Cree type, humongous type hackle for the hackle tips for the wings, and then we're going to use a red game hackle, decent quality one for the fly. So what we'll do is we'll first of all we'll get the detached body ready, then we'll tie the fly. So I'm putting the thread on the needle. Just remember the needle's really sharp at this end, so I'll just trim that off. Now I've put about 10 to 12 turns of thread, and I'm going to whip finish at this end. Right, so that's us put the thread on the needle. What we want to do is get some deer hair next. Now we don't need a huge bunch of deer hair. Obviously the longer the deer hair, the longer the detached body you can make. So I've clipped off a decent wee amount of deer hair, but not very much. And I'm just going to do, as if we're making a muddler head, just pinch it and then spin. And it'll spin round on the dubbing needle. Right. Now what we want to do with this is we're always going to be pulling it back with our left hand if we're right handed, or our right hand if we're left handed. Now it's trying to spin there, so I'm just going to turn it back round and then grab it again, and we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4 turns to get the first segment, and then the same again, 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't worry if it's spinning, it will stop eventually. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we'll do one more. Right, as I says, depending on the length of the body you want, the detached body. 4. Right, now we've got all these wee bits sticking up, but we're going to trim them off, but we don't have to do it just now because we're going to have to do that and that. Now we could leave it at that and tie it off here, or we can go back up. If we go back up, you only want to basically work your way back up through with one turn, right? So you're taking it back up the body. Then once you get back up here, just don't worry about this big clumpy bit because we're going to need that anyway. And we just whip finish. Right, a couple of whip finishes. And trim the thread off. At this point I'm going to have a wee look and make sure there's not too many bits sticking out. If there is, I'm going to trim them off. Right, because you always get bits of deer hair sticking up anyway. But that one's not too bad, right? So the shape of that's not too bad. So what we now want to do is just put some varnish on that, right? So we're going to put some varnish on it. We're going to leave this end just now. So I'm just going to varnish the body to strengthen it. And all it's doing is making the whippings a bit stronger. Right? I'm not wanting tons of varnish on it, so any excess we need to clean off. Right? And what we need to do is leave that to dry. So as I say, leave this bit on just now because we're not going to cut that until we actually tie the fly. So this bit here is where we're going to use to anchor the detached body. That's the bit we're going to tie with. This is going to get trimmed away. So all you do is, in behind this bit of thread, is catch it with your thumbnail and push forward, and it will pop off the needle. Okay, and then you'll have your detached body. Right, so I'm going to trim up a couple of bits here that I don't like because I don't want them sticking to the varnish. That's us got our detached body. Right, so the next time you see this little body, you're going to see it tied on a fly. That says if you're tying a mayfly, you could just leave the bits in if you wanted. So we'll put that to the side and then we'll come back, we'll put a hook in the vise and we'll get the fly finished. Alright, we're back now. So we've now got the hook in the vise. This is a size 12, you could use a 10. So the first thing we want to do is just put a layer of thread down. Alright, so get a layer of thread down. I'm not taking it past the point of the hook, the point. I just want it at the point, so we're not going to have anything here because it's going to sit that way. It's going to kind of cock up the way. Right, so what we want to now do is just put our detached body in. So this is the one we done earlier. Right, and I'm just sorting it out just now so we can get it ready to tie in. So what we want to do is just tie it in here and catch all that stuff in. And you'll see wee bits of thread coming off as well, but once you tie it in it'll be nice and secure. Right, so it's not the fanciest way of tying, it's not the tidiest way, but that's what we want to do. We want to get it in there. So what we need to do is tidy up all the excess bits of deer hair that was at the we'll call it the root end, so the root of the detached body. Right, so it's a bit like tying a double decker, really messy until you actually finish the fly. Right, so that's tied in. You can see the way it's sitting at an angle. So what will happen is that will sit up that way and it'll sit perfect on the water. Right, now I can still see that there's a few bits there that I'm not happy with, so I'm going to trim them off. Right, so that's then we'll just tidy that up so we've got our platform for tying the rest of the fly. Okay, right, so first things first, we need a couple of legs. If we can back the way, so let's get a couple of legs off, bring it into position and tie it in. Right, bring the next one into position. Now these are the rear trailing legs, so I always like them to kind of come in the way, if you can see that. So I'll just trim that off and tie them in. This is what's good about this thread, you can use loads of it and it never really, it never really bulks up too much. So that's us put the first set of legs in. Right, then what we want to do is put another set of legs in. So we'll get another pair of legs. Now these ones need to go out the way more, so we're wanting them out a bit more. Right, so they're kind of splayed outwards. Right, just keep working the legs. Right, so the next thing we want to do is tie the hackle in, because the hackle is going to be getting used quite soon. So we'll tie the hackle in, but we'll keep it out of the way, because we're doing the wings next. So I'll just pull the hackle, make sure it's going to, see that's going the wrong way. I don't want it going that way, I want it going that way, so I need to make sure it's going to go that way. Yeah, it will. Right. So let's just put the hackle out the way just now. So I've got that on my wee spring. So I want to get a couple of wings next. So grab a couple of hackles off the cape. Right, as you can see, a couple of nice wee hackles, nice design. And then we just want to strip the flue off and get them the right length for putting in. I also remember using this fly as a kid up the Grub reservoir for all the wild browns, and it always seemed to get the bigger fish. So catch that one in. Right, I'm not happy the way it's sitting, so I need a wee bit more thread on there just to straighten it up, because we're going to figure 8 these in. Right, now you can have them, sometimes you want them trailing, going backwards, but I want these spent. Right, so that one's not doing what I want it to do. I'm going to take it back off, and I'm going to put a bit more thread on the hook, just to try and level things up, because there is a bit of a dip there on the thread. So let's try it again. In, that's better. Pull it tight, and then figure 8. If it's not going where you want it, you just got to manoeuvre it. Right, and then get it in there. Trim that bit off. Now we need to do the other one. You need to make sure the other one's the same size. So bring that up, and we'll crisscross that as well. 2, no, see, no. 2, 3, 4. Then we need to pull them back the way, because they're, so I'm just pulling them back. Trim off the little bits of hackle for the wing. Now there's a stalk in there that I need to get rid of as well. So carefully chop that away. Okay, so you can see the flies coming together. Just keep that hackle out the way just now. Oh, what I want to do is put another 2 legs in. I'm going to tie them in at the front, but going over the wing. So when we do tie when we bring the hackle forward, that will catch it in place. Right. So sometimes you've just got to move things out the way. Right, catch it in, see how it looks. It's fine. Right, put it underneath and catch it in again. Okay, trim those 2 off. Then we need 2 more. Right, these 2 are going to go out the front now. So it's a footery fly to tie, but it does work. Okay, and then that's 1 leg in, and then we need to tie the other leg in. Always try to make sure the legs are sort of pretty similar in size when you're tying them in. And that wing's decided it wants to try and run away, so just lift it back up. So that's us got all our legs in. Right, now all we need to do is manoeuvre this hackle basically through all the legs. So what you can do is you can basically pull the legs apart and run the hackle around it. Right, see what I'm doing there? So I pull that so that that leg goes out more, and then at this point what we want to do is try and run the hackle up towards the actual wing tips. Right, so at this point we're going to bring the hackle forward and then in again, then pull that all back. Now that should be enough hackle, so we just need to try and catch it in. 2, 3, 4, and then pull the hackle loose. You've got to be delicate and gentle with these legs because you will rip them off if you pull too hard. So I'm just going to tidy that up a little bit. If in doubt, just cut that bit off if it's getting in the way. So I'll do that. Right, I'm quite happy with that. The two legs are not bad, but what I'm going to do is split them. So I'm just looking to see which way they're sitting. So, right, couple of turns of thread in there, and then in there, and then gently, it says, work your whip finish tool round the legs, and again round the legs, then trim it off. It says all the things are pliable, you can move the things about, and if you gink that up it just looks like a daddy long legs. Right, gink it up, cast it out, the fish love it, especially when they're all coming out, especially September time. So that's detached body daddy long legs, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope it made sense the way I tied it. That says what you can do is do a load of those detached bodies and just leave them lying. If you're going to do them for mayflies and stuff and you want the wee pointy bits sticking out the end, just leave them out the end. But it is really a nice fly. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you come back, see my other videos. You can follow me on Facebook, David C. Downey. You can follow me on my Instagram page, Dave Downey Fly Fishing. You can check out my guiding site, which is www.davedowneyflyfishing.com. Check out my online store, which is www.fly-fishingworld.com. So really hope you enjoyed this one, because it is quite a complicated fly. It's not for the faint-hearted to tie this one, but you've got to be patient. But it is rewarding to have these in your box. So, and as I say, tie it on a grub hook, because the hook sits in the water. So thanks for watching another one of my productions, another one of my fly tying videos. Have a great day, and I hope you enjoyed tying these patterns. Bye.